Tell us something about your first project and where did you find inspiration for it?
My first project, I'm going to speak about my first project in stop motion because I think it was a very important choice in what path I was going to take, and I did it in felt, which is also a material that I've continued to use afterwards, and and I was touching upon themes that I kind of went straight away from it, but I always kept the idea that I wanted to talk about I wanted to portray women, and I wanted to portray women who were active in what they were doing. So I made a film about a dyer, someone who would create homemade dye in Japan, who would be doing that alone in the countryside, and it was a film just showing her routine, showing the regularity of her movement, showing the muscle work that goes into it, showing also the loneliness that she lived in, and yeah, playing with matter, playing with the color blue, which is also something that has stayed and that will stay probably, I think, in the future a little bit, and it was from that point on that I decided that I wanted to do stop motion, even if it's a bit crazy, but yeah.
What are your thoughts about StopTrik Festival and what does it represent in your opinion?
StopTrik Festival, I'm discovering this year. I'm discovering its existence this year with the film being there. But I think I was very enthusiastic about the existence of it and being able to come here because it is so nice to have a festival where we can gather stop motion filmmakers, stop motion film workers, stop motion enthusiasts in general, and consume a lot of stop motion films, which it feels like a feast here, when in other festival we get maybe one or two per program. Here it's a banquet. I'm a bit full even. But yeah, and it's I really like also the vibe that is created here. I think it's a really nice size that StopTrik has, because it allows you to mingle with people, to meet them and leave them throughout the festival, so you have time to get to know them a bit deeper, to get to speak about a lot of things other than just purely the program or what you do in life. And the approach of it being very accessible as well, the efforts that are made to invite to get people, high schoolers or people outside of the animation world, to come check it out, come check us out. I think it's great.
Could you say something about your last project?
So my last project was my master graduation film that I made in Volda University in Norway. And it's a film called Bitches. It's about these two dogs who bond through their trauma, through their solidarity, and decide to wreak havoc in the streets and go crazy, get a little violent, maybe a little too violent when things start to get out of hand. So it's a film. It's a film I made over a bit more than a year. With wool puppets and just general classic set volume and projection mapping. That was the little fun thing I tried out. It's a film about love. It's a film about their love, their sisterly love, their solidarity through their love. It's a film about violence as well, different types of violence, acceptable or non-acceptable violence. It's a film about trauma. It's a film about power. It's a film about girls.
What is transhumanism for you?
Transhumanism, it's a tough question, but transhumanism, to me, I think of going beyond the human body, but not necessarily in a technologically advanced way. I'm thinking of just how you can explore the boundaries of the body. It can be through digital means, it can be through extension with mechanical parts, or it can be through kind of exploding the borders of what your body is and what does your body represent in terms of what it shows to the world, in terms of gender. It could be. So I think about the void, basically, because it's endless possibilities. So it can be great, it can be scary, but it's eternal.